Namaste, friends. Even without the aspirant realizing it, the ego can distract him in many ways by taking the help of our sense attachments. The five sense faculties that we have, the ego takes them by hand and we get swayed away by these sense faculties. The moment I see a luxury car parked in the porch of my neighbor, the visual of it is enough for me to develop a desire for it, irrespective of the fact that whether I need it or I don't. Similarly, my sense of hearing or my auditory faculties give me and my ego a sense of achievement, happiness. The moment someone praises me, whether they really mean it or they're using flattery, it's immaterial. That's enough to make me happy. And then I fall for this flattery time and again. I develop a sense of like and dislike for people based on whether they appreciate me or they criticize me. My sense of smell attracts me to places, to people, to environment which is satisfying, which is smelling good, and I completely lose a discrimination of whether it is right or wrong. And the biggest enemy that can dwell within any aspirant is his desire to satisfy his taste bud. When the need for nutrition is replaced by gluttony, the need for nutrition is replaced by indiscriminate misuse of eating without knowing, without discriminating whether it is nourishing me or it is taking me towards ill health. So that is the desire that emanates from my taste buds and could lead me to doom without my knowledge. Only if I'm conscious will I try to overrule it. We had just discussed the importance of this body as an instrument for spiritual practice. And if we overindulge in providing nutrition, if we overindulge in satisfying taste bud, we never know when we fall flat in doing so. Then all the attention is diverted towards that. Where is the time for me to think about God? Where is the time for me to attach with God? When is the time for me to dwell, to swim in that supreme consciousness? Because I am falling for pittance. I am falling for the small satisfactions of my sense faculties and completely forgetting my true nature, which is of soul, because that has been replaced by the ego now, because my senses are ruling me. I am not ruling the senses. Finally, the sense of touch and feel can also bring us to our doom, because unrighteous thoughts and actions, which again leads to overindulgence in sensual pleasure, can dissuade me from my journey. But I'm least bothered. Who wants to see what is to be worked on, to be persevered for, to wait for that bliss of God? Let me just indulge in what is giving me instant gratification, and that is enough for me. So, the moment the aspirant is not desiring for that higher consciousness, for that higher bliss, the small kind of alms that a beggar gets, the aspirant is falling for those alms to satisfy his senses. He's reduced the state of a beggar. He's reduced to a state of loss of discrimination. And what a pity that is. My dear friends, let us control our senses, moderate it, and let us put them in their rightful place, which is under our control. Let them not control us, because the result will be a lot of pain and suffering and a distraction of a lifetime. Namaste.